tank coming with a gas. You gotta put a gas tank back on outside. Right there.
Folks, good morning. Good morning. It's 10:34 a.m. This morning here in Central Monrovia. Precisely, I'm at the Ministry of Public Works. But of course, as the caption depicts, today His Excellency President Boakai will be formally or officially launching and commissioning the Liberia Standards Authority. And right before us here, as you can see, is the structure that has been constructed and rehabilitated, and funded by the EU. So the EU funded this project and rehabilitated it. And so today is the official launch and commissioning ceremony of the Liberia Standards Authority. And His Excellency President Boakai will be formally launching and commissioning the facility right here in the compound of the Ministry of Public Works. Now, as you can see, this building has been languishing here for some time now, been dilapidated, but I'll go in there and show you the before and after images. But today they will be formally launching it or commissioning it, since it was renovated by the EU under the Liberia Food Safety Initiative. So as you can see right outside, there are activities already ongoing inside the compound, but currently everyone is awaiting the arrival of President Boakai to formally kickstart the event. As you can see, the National Culture Troop, they're here. Stakeholders are already in there. I was in there, and I'll go in there briefly to show you some of the officials that are already here at the event. Of course, we have stakeholders from the EU, Madame Nona Duprez, the EU representative here to Liberia. We also saw the UN residence coordinator to Liberia, Madame Christine Omotoni. We also saw the ECOWAS representative to Liberia. She's also in there. Development partners, stakeholders, they are in there. Now, we'll talk about the significance of the project itself, the Liberia Standards Authority. But again, like I keep reminding you, today marks the official dedication of the ceremony. So it's just right here on Lane Street in the compound of the Ministry of Public Works, or at the back gate of the Ministry of Public Works, right here on Center Street. If you can look ahead of you there and see where I'm talking about. So this is the back gate of the Ministry of Public Works, and the back gate is on Center Street, but of course the Ministry of Public Works itself, it's on Lane Street precisely. So today President Boakai will be here to formally launch or commission the Liberia Standards Authority that was rehabilitated and funded by the EU under the Liberia Food Safety Initiative. So while we await the arrival of President Boakai, I'll go in there and show you what the setup looks like already, and I can also walk you up to speed on the significance of this particular infrastructure, what is targeted towards doing. Now, but come to think of it, the Liberia Standards Authority was established since 2022, and this particular institution was established as a semi-autonomous statutory body. And its major mandate is to lead national efforts in standardization, conformity, assessment, and metrology. Now, the role here is to, it's like a central towards building a credible food control system, and that will obviously safeguard public health while enabling businesses to compete regionally and internationally. So this standard testing authority will ensure that, most importantly, food products are regulated, standardized, and tested under their regulation before going out in the public for consumption. So this is where all the labs are. There are food testing labs out in here. There are engineers and technicians in here who are responsible to ensure food products are all tested, because this is being done under the Liberia Food Safety Initiative. So some of the functions that the authority will be undertaking will be conformity assessment services, metrology, quality assurance promotion, public education, and consumption protection. So they're going to make sure the public is informed on what a certain product should be, or what standards a certain food product should meet before consumption. They will be providing, public awareness on consumption protection. Also, they will also be engaging into stakeholder engagement, standards development. They will set the standards. They will, determine the standards for food products, most importantly. And also, they also in here have the standards library and dissemination. All of that will be taking place right in here. They will also be providing technical guidance and support also right in here. So we are yet to have the chance to tour the structure, but as it stands, the ribbon is yet to be cut. President Boakai will formally cut the ribbon as it relates to the dedication itself. So, but let me go in there and show you what the place looks like. Then, when the president is arriving, we can go in. We can come out and bring you his arrival. My name is Anthony Williams, by the way. For those of you who have just joined us, I'd like to say thank you for joining us. But this is what the environment looks like. All of the stakeholders are already seated, and we have the National Cultural Ambassador there already. His team has been invited inside. So let's go. Let me show you the performance.
My name is Kekura M. Kamara, the Arts and Cultural Ambassador of Liberia. We're greatly honored to be here today. We bring you greetings from the people of India. We just returned from a festival that was organized in the Ariana State, and this is the troupe that represented Liberia, this unique global performances. More than 38 different countries participated in this festival. Through arts and culture, we are able today to rebrand Liberia's image. I must confess that the festival was a unique one. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will, for your entertainment today, you are the first to see the group perform since we returned on Monday, after 2 weeks. And so, the space is so small, but we'll try our best. But the people love their culture. The Indian people love their culture. Liberia, we must respect. This is our identity. And our interaction with the people of India was so marvelous. They accepted and they treated us like real ambassadors. So, ladies and gentlemen, just for your entertainment, we just bring small of what we presented in India. Thank you so much.
So folks, like I promised, you're now seeing the arrival of President Boakai. In there you were just watching some cultural performance, but now the president has already arrived. Now he's making his way into the Ministry of Public Works for the formal dedication and launch or commissioning of the Liberia Standards Authority here. So wherever you're watching from, I'd like to say thanks for joining us now. The presidential motorcade is making its way into the Ministry of Public Works, just right here on Center Street at the back of the Ministry of Public Works. So the president, upon his arrival, will go strictly, the event will strictly go to remarks because there have been several parts of the event that have already been dealt with. You just watch the cultural performance as it relates to the event. So the EU is also here, being the ones who funded this project and also implemented by UNIDO. You see, they know UNIDO has been implementing several projects here in Liberia, ranging from TVET to agriculture to youth development. So, however, you're seeing the presidential motorcade making its way here into the Ministry of Public Works already. So that's President Boakai. He has just arrived. So there you have it. The president is making his way in there. Any moment from now, he will be out of his vehicle. The Minister of Public Works, along with the Director General of the Cabinet, is waiting his arrival already. Sorry, eh? So folks, the Director General of the Cabinet, the Minister of Public Works, will formally welcome President Boakai. All right, so there he is, making his way down, dressed up in nice blue outfit, that African attire, headed towards his seat. He's been welcomed by the Minister of Public Works and the Director General of the Cabinet. They're sharing pleasantries,
distinguished
smile on his face.
I have the honor at this time to announce the arrival of His Excellency President Boakai, President of the Republic of
I want to say thank you to the cultural troupe right there for that very, very splendid performance. That was awesome. That was magnificent, and we'd like to give him another hand of applause. I want to officially welcome the President of the Republic of Liberia here, His Excellency
Ambassador Joseph Bioma Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. And again, we want to say thanks for the splendid performance. Mr. President, just before you came in, he said that they are just from India. And of course, evidently, you can see that they are just from India. Everything. The drum is even very clean. It tell you that they're just from India. The drum went India too, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. So we want to welcome everybody from India and thanks for the performance. At about this time, we go straightly over to our special remarks, and we like to call on Providence Mavubi. And Providence Mavubi is the Director of Division of Agribusiness and Infrastructure Development, UNIDO.
Thank you. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Minister present, Your Excellency, members of the diplomatic corps, Her Excellency, the Ambassador of European Union delegation to Liberia, heads of United Nations agencies and UN officials of the government of Liberia here present, representative of the private sector, member of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is an honor to deliver this remark on behalf of the Director General of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization at this high-level occasion marking the commissioning of the Liberia Standards Authority laboratories. This event is a landmark in Liberia's drive to protect its citizens, support its productive sector, and position the country as a competitive and trusted partner in regional and global trade. Today, we do more than inaugurate a rehabilitated facility. We celebrate a strategic investment in governance, public health, and economic transformation. A strong national standard and quality infrastructure is the silent backbone of modern economies. It protects consumers, underpins food safety, opens doors to new markets, and builds confidence among investors and trading partners. Through the Liberian Food Safety Initiative implemented by UNIDO, with a generous support of the European Union, we are proud to accompany the government of Liberia in strengthening food safety practices along key value chains such as rice, fish, cassava, cocoa, and coffee. As a national standard authority, the Liberian Standards Authority and its conformity assessment body will play a central role in ensuring that Liberian products meet international requirements while safeguarding the health and the well-being of Liberian peoples. Over the past months, this partnership has modernized the laboratory that we are commissioning today in line with international standards, restored the critical infrastructure that you will see, installed reliable water and hybrid power system, upgraded the laboratory fittings, and established a modern training facility. While also we worked with RISA to develop a sound business plan connecting RISA to regional and international network. These are precisely the system-level investment that create a lasting impact. This milestone builds on more than 2 decades of cooperation between UNIDO and Liberia in support of private sector development, agro-industrial value chain, standard and quality infrastructure, and technical and vocational education and training, fully aligned to Liberia's arrest agenda. UNIDO remains committed to work hand in hand with your government to promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, job creation, and resilient food system. Allow me, on behalf of our Director General, to commend Your Excellency and your government of Liberia for your leadership and vision in empowering the Liberian Standards Authority, and to express our deep appreciation to the European Union for its strategic partnership and continued confidence. Together, we are demonstrating how targeted investment in quality infrastructure can translate into better livelihood, stronger institution, and greater opportunity for all. Today's inauguration marked the beginning of the new phase, one which Lisa deliver trusted services, producer gain competitiveness and market access, consumers are better protected, and Liberia's voice in regional and international trade is strengthened. UNIDO stands ready to continue being your steadfast partner on this journey. I thank you.
Thanks so very much, dear, for that delivery by Providence Mavubi, the Director of the Division of Agribusiness and Infrastructure Development, UNIDO. We will now call on Madam Christine N. Yumotoni, United Nations Resident Coordinator here in Liberia. You're most welcome.
Your Excellency, President Joseph Numa Boakai, the President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Ministers present and senior government officials, members of the Diplomatic Corps, and representatives of international organizations, representatives of the private sector, UN colleagues, and my sister Mavubi from headquarters, welcome. Members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Welcome everyone to this important milestone, the inauguration of the laboratories of the Liberia Standards Authority, LISA. Today's event reflects Liberia's continued commitment to strengthening its national quality infrastructure and ensure safer food systems for all Liberians, and indeed for all the people in the world, because the food will be consumed here and also will be exported. We recognize the Ministry of Commerce and Industry for establishing LISA and for prioritizing standards, conformity assessment, food safety as key pillars of national development. And indeed, we really see the visionary leadership of President Boakai, because in the arrest agenda we see clearly agriculture, sanitation, all these things to be aligned. So this forward-looking and vision, which helps all these programs anchor in a clear direction, we really appreciate the vision of the leadership of this country. We recognize the cooperation between the government of Liberia and the European Union, and also the work we do together, because all this is possible because of the financial support made to Liberia Food Safety Initiative that was given by the European Union. I want to thank on behalf of the UN family, one of our family members, UNIDO, who is implementing this program. Thank you. I really want to acknowledge that food safety is not only a public health matter. It is an economic development issue. Reliable testing, inspection, and certification systems protect consumers, strengthen trust in markets, and enable Liberian producers to compete at regional and international levels. So, as you prepare to go to Europe to present your strength, these are some of the showcases of things that really make Liberia a good partner. I would like to highlight the Liberia's development agenda, the arrest, emphasizes economic diversification, agricultural transformation, and private sector growth, all of which depend on a strong institution like this one, LISA. I want to also acknowledge that investment in laboratory rehabilitation, reliable power and water systems, modern equipment, and capacity development, I see the Minister of Education here, are critical steps towards building a credible and internationally recognized conformity assessment system in general. And I always tell my UN colleagues that it is a whole of system approach, or a whole of country approach, but also a whole of UN approach. I couldn't see UNIDO succeeding on this if FAO, if EFAD, if all UNDP, all those other agencies are not, working together. So I want to reiterate that the United Nations system in Liberia remains committed to supporting institutional capacity development that enables inclusive and sustainable industrialization in line with the Sustainable Development Goals. And this is articulated in our own UN and Government of Liberia cooperation framework. So, as I conclude, I would like to encourage and continued collaboration between government institutions, development partners, academia, the private sector, to ensure that LISA operates sustainably, achieves greater accreditations, and delivers reliable services to business and consumers alike. I want to applaud the technical staff and the leadership of LISA for their dedication and professionalism in advancing standards and quality infrastructure in Liberia. Again, I reaffirm the UN's continued partnership with Liberia in strengthening institutions, fostering economic resilience, and building systems that safeguard citizens and unlock opportunities for future generations, as well as promote continued opportunities for investment promotion. I'm really confident that today's inauguration marks not the end of the process, but the beginning of a stronger, more resilient, and more competitive Liberia food systems. UN is committed to support everyone, especially the youth who are the majority of this country. And as usual, I never conclude my remark without saying, may God bless Mama Liberia. Thank you so much.
Folks, house Madam Christine Omotoni. She's the
Of course, we
UN
want to say
Resident
thanks
Coordinator.
to Madam Christine and Omotoni for that presentation. She represents the United Nations. She is the United Nations Resident Coordinator in Liberia. And up next is Her Excellency Nona DePries, Ambassador, European Union Delegation to Liberia.
EU Ambassador to Liberia, Madam Nona DePries, approaches the podium. Don't forget, this project was funded by the EU and implemented by UNIDO.
Your Excellency, President Joseph Nyoma Boakai Sr., honored dignitaries, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to stand on existing protocols. I'm really pleased to be standing here in front of the newly refurbished Liberia Standards Authority on such a momentous occasion. A beautiful building housing essential equipment and providing a working home to experts who are trained to guarantee food safety in Liberia. Your Excellency, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the world, the importance of food safety is recognized as a human right. Global pandemics, the effect of climate change, conflicts, and economic challenges negatively affect food security worldwide and hence impact food safety. The current and still unresolved food safety concerns in Liberia linked to frozen food brings home the absolute need to have a proper food safety control system to maintain human health. Not only is food safety a human right, it is also essential for economic development. Let there be no doubt, with our Global Gateway Strategic Initiative, the European Union seeks to mobilize funds in public and private investments to develop quality infrastructures worldwide, focusing on sustainable, high-standard projects. We're standing right in front of one example that puts Liberia in the spotlight. The commissioning of this fit-for-purpose Standards Authority today is particularly significant in view of the Liberia EU Business Forum, which will be held next week in Brussels on the 24th and 25th of February. Key sectors that will be presented are, amongst others, infrastructure, energy, tourism, extractive industries, waste management and recycling, but also agriculture, fisheries, forestry, important shared priorities. And these are the foundations for reliable standardization, conformity assessment, and metrology systems, foundations on which partnerships can be built. Against this background, the Liberian Food Safety Initiative, implemented by our trusted partner UNIDO, has been designed within the framework of the EU-funded program From Productivity to Products Linking Peer-to-Peers, which is our agriculture development program. That agriculture program really tries to get a transformational impact by providing better seeds adapted to Liberia's climate and soils in rice, cassava, coffee, cacao, fish.
So folks, there appears to be a problem with the sound. So while they work on it, you're listening to the EU ambassador to Liberia, Madame Nona Depress. And so any moment from now it's going to be worked on, but keep watching. This is the official dedication and launch of the Liberia Standards Authority facility that has been built by the EU here. At the Ministry of Public Works.
One, two. One, two.
The project has also assisted in the development of business and sustainability plan and in capacity building of staff. And this initial support lays the foundation for making LISA a fully recognized authority that renders reliable conformity assessment services in the country and which thereby directly impacts three major policy agendas: health, agriculture, and trade. The project doesn't stop there. It also provided support to the operationalization of the Food Authority of Liberia. In short, the European Union stands hand in hand with the government in fostering a conducive business environment in the country and contributing to the establishment of a robust food system that safeguards consumers, facilitates trades, and supports economic growth. Today, we are witness to one milestone that is achieved, but it's only the start. The true work starts now. Thank you.
Thanks so kindly, but our apologies for, in radio we say the trip in broadcast, and we pray for a better standard moving forward. We'd like to say thanks to Her Excellency Nona Dipris, Ambassador European Union Delegation to Liberia, and before His Excellency is no other but Honorable Magdalene Dagoze, Minister of Commerce and Industry.
So the minister will make a statement. If you did hear the MC right after
His Excellency Joseph Boakai Senior, President of the Republic of Liberia, distinguished members of the Cabinet, Director General Liberia Standards Authority, representative of our development partners, European Union, United Nations Industrial Development Organizations, esteemed members of the private sector and entrepreneurs, members of the Chamber of Commerce, Liberia Business Association, the EU, distinguished guests, the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen. Today is an honor with joy to stand before you here at the official launch of the refurbished facility of the Liberia Standards Authority, LACE. Mr. President, your presence at this important milestone underscores your administration unwavering commitment to institutional strengthening, economic transformation, and the promotion of fairness and integrity in trade. Allow me to express on behalf of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry and the government of Liberia our sincere appreciation to the European Union and UNIDOS for their invaluable support in refurbishing this facility. Your partnership continues to play a transformative role in strengthening Liberia's industrial and production sector. Through this collaboration and upgrading of this infrastructure reinforces the foundation upon which quality, safety, and competitiveness are built. Today's program represents the strengthening of a national institution that is essential to our economic governance infrastructure. Liberia Standards Authority promoting quality assurance and safeguarding public health and safety. In every marketplace, in every product manufactured or imported, and in every service deliverable, standards matters. They protect consumers, they protect fairness, and ensure that competition is based on merit and compliance. As the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, we carry a salutary responsibility to regulate trade and industry in a manner that is transparent and consistent with both national and international standards. The integration of LISA within our institutional framework enhances our ability to effectively enforce these standards and uphold the rule of law in commerce. When regulations are applied fairly and constantly, it strengthens the economy and creates confidence. It builds trust and ensures a level playing field for all market sectors. LISA will always play a strategic role in advancing our economic development agenda by promoting best practices across industry, encouraging adherence to quality benchmark, and fostering innovation. We are laying the groundwork for sustainable industrial growth and job creation. Strong standards are not barriers, they are bridges. They connect our local producers to regional and international markets. They signal to investors that Liberia is serious about quality, accountability, and competitiveness. In the era of trade facilitation, the importance of standards cannot be overstated. For Liberia goods to access new market, they must meet recognized quality and safety requirements. With the strengthening of Liberia Standards Authority, we are better positioned to support our exporters, reduce technical barriers to trade, and attract responsible foreign investors. This is how we enhance our country competition and an increasingly demanding global marketplace. However, regulations and enforcement alone are not enough. Our approach must be collaborated and empowering. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry is committed to building the capacity of businesses, especially small and medium-sized enterprises, to understand and establish standards within their organization. Through training, technical assistance, stakeholders engagement, we will ensure that compliance is achievable and inclusive. Standard must not be seen as an obstacle, but as a tool for growth and credibility. Engagement with stakeholders, manufacturers, importers, consumers group, and development partners will remain central to our strategy. When standards are understood, embraced, and collectively implemented, they become a shared national asset. Ladies and gentlemen, the launch of this refurbished Liberia Standards Authority is a clear demonstration of this government commitment to equality-driven, rules-based economy. It reflects our dedication to consumers' protection, fair trade practices, and industrial modernization. Most importantly, it signals the results to build one economy where integrity, safety, and excellence defines commercial landscape. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, I thank you for your continued support as we embark on this critical journey. Together, through strong institutions, responsible regulations, and sustained partnership, we will secure a better and more prosperous. Can we give Christine a hand of applause? Christine she represents UNIDO. She has been very forceful, always on time, making sure that things are in place. Today, we take our hats off to you, Christine. We say thank you and congratulations to you as well as us. We want to say thank you.
Members of government, cultural performing artists, other invited guests, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On the occasion of the official launch and commissioning ceremonies and rehabilitation of laboratories of the Liberia Standards Authority, it is my pleasing duty at this time to present to you His Excellency Joseph Boakai Senior, President of the Republic of Liberia, who will make remarks.
Madam, please have your seats. I want to recognize the Minister of Commerce and the former Ministers of Commerce that are sitting around here. Minister of Commerce and former Minister of Foreign Affairs as well. Members of the Diplomatic Corps, European Union partners, representatives of development organizations, distinguished partners, fellow Liberians. I think we've listened already to a lot of keynote addresses, but the issue of standard is very practical, and we need to make it known. Because even the people in the market remain, they don't know how corrupt they are by what they do. Taking those cans and knocking the bottom to put the peanut in there, they don't know how much they cheat other people to make profit. I'm living in this country and I've been very vigilant. There was a time we had a toilet tissue on the market. Way back, some of you remember, they called it Living 60. Living 60 was nice, well packaged. And by the time we looked, because Living 60 was being sold all over, I saw Loving 60. The same packaging, but sometimes people don't know what they call hating inflation. Sometimes it looked the same, but it's not the same. And then when I looked, I saw Irving 60, E-R-V-I-N-D. All they wanted to make sure that I-N-G. And because they know our people don't know, and the packaging looked the same, they bought it. But all of those things were not packaged the same way. There's a hitting inflation, even in colognes, in soap. And we are cheated every day on those bases. I'm glad that when you go through school, you have a WAEC exam. They tell you whether you are at the 12th grade standard to graduate. Standards are very important to industries. They are very important to our economic life. I have been in a house for 44 years, and the aluminum I think that we put there is still there. Today you go on the market, you buy what they call aluminum, it's not the same thing. They shortchange us every day because we don't know. Even the steel rod you buy, we've been shortchanged every day. And even when you go to buy gasoline, are you getting the same quantity? So today we'll be dedicating this, but here's whether we're going to upgrade it. We're going to make sure that the standard, I'm sure some of you are, like some of us, you said you wear size 7. Sometimes you wear size 7 that pinches. I don't know whether it's the same standard size 7, but you feel standard every day, and it's about time that we have to upgrade not just our living standard, but we have to do commerce with other countries. That we have to take measurement, quality. We have to pay attention to it. Don't think that people will just buy. I always tell people that a person who comes to buy a table, they are not looking at the beauty of the table, they are looking at the fault that will discourage them from buying. By the time they see something that will discourage them, they will not buy it because it doesn't meet the standard they're looking for. And so today we are here on a very important occasion, and I like the way our development partners are very concerned about if we have to move further, how we should move, some of the details that we should look at. And today we are here to launch this. But even when they gave people construction, road construction, are they meeting the standards? Sometimes we don't care. It matters economically. It matters with respect to your product on the market, how competitive you are. And I think this thing should trickle down to the small people as well. In the marketplace, in the business place, so that we are able to measure with other countries, other places, so that the standards, the buildings, the quality of product we get is our money's worth. Because it protects the consumer, it protects, you see buildings that collapse within a short time because people don't look at them. I'm a witness to that way back. Graduating from high school, some of us were having a meeting and the porch, some of you remember on Gully Street, the porch just collapsed. And that porch had not one steel rod in it. So that, I'm glad that they're doing it right in public works, because public works, you are concerned with standard, but also in the food industry. Everywhere, standards should be our concern. To our farmers, the maintenance, sometimes these 25 kilo bags, are they really 25 kilo bags? We have to pay attention to that. We're cheating the people. The quality, in terms of quality, in terms of quantity. So I am happy that we are here today to cut the ribbon to this building. It's not just the building. It's talking about what goes on here and what goes on after. Because after today, standard is the issue of standards is not just a detour. What they were 2 years ago should be monitored. A practical story is that when I used to work with LPRC, the tankers you see there, some of the tankers were calibrated that down the bottom there, about 100 gallons can settle there. You won't take it out. 50 gallons. That's why a lot of people made money. So you take this view up, but the one there, they call it the purple. And that's why they make the money out of it. So we have to be very vigilant. We have to be very conscious of all of these. And I'm happy that you have your former ministers, the comers here who have dealt with it before. We have to be very, very vigilant. We have to keep these, whatever we have here, working accurately. You just experienced standard when the microphone was non-standard. I want to thank you all, and I want to thank our partners for helping us to move step by step to upgrade our system, our standard living, and how we interface with other parts of the world. I'm very happy to be here this morning for us to dedicate this, but I'll be happier if we can maintain the standard to make sure that it continues to work, that we can go to the gas station, recalibrate, that we can take the wave bridges, because we don't do that. We are shortchanging people, and we're not doing business as it should be. So, Madam Minister, you have a lot of tasks, and not just for us to dedicate, but to make sure that we maintain the standard so that we become part of the international community. Thank you very much for this program, and God bless you.
President Boakai there delivering a statement here at the official launch and commissioning ceremony of the Liberia Standards Authority, stressing on the importance of standards in the Liberian society and encouraging institutions and organizations to align themselves with standards.
Well, so thanks
also
to His Excellency,
appreciating the international partners. I'm going to take a position now ahead of time, because the president will be cutting the ribbon any moment from now.
In the time for to see the facility before his departure. And so we want the organizers to come forth and provide that right here. It's a group photo. I don't know where they're taking a group photo. And then
What is it? Excuse me. All right, folks. So, what's that? Oh, that ribbon? How many people can be here? So, folks, before the president cuts the ribbon and come here briefly, I just want to run you through and show you what the infrastructure looks like, because once the ribbon is cut, we might not have the time to run you through. But this is what the building looks like. Let me zoom out for you. Let me zoom out. Well, I guess that's the final. but this is what the structure looks like. So let me just walk you through. We might have the opportunity to go in there, but at least not now. So they have, of course, this is the restroom section here. They have the sample reception right here, as you can see it up there. There's also the inspection and certification department. There's also another restroom for females. There is a reception area just right here. Here on the other end, the entire structure is fully AC. It's also disabled friendly. As you can see, there are walkways for wheelchairs. See from the other end also. And then here they have the offices. Office for the Deputy Director General for Administration. There is a conference room right here. And then on this other end, there is the chemistry laboratory. This place is restricted, as you can see on the glass door. But this is the chemistry laboratory. And then here on the other end, they have several other departments. There is this microbiology section, but it's kind of restricted also. So just, we might not have the chance to come in here once the president comes. So I just wanted to show you what the environment looks like. But also we're hoping we can go in there and show you what some of the offices looks like in there. But this place looks absolutely stunning, sorry. It looks absolutely stunning. They have sample preparation room. That's one of it over there. Somewhere behind, I'm seeing in there one of the technicians all dressed up in her lab suit or lab coat, as it may be called. So let's see, moment from now, the president will cut the ribbon. So let's just go right over there. So, yes, sir, yes, sir. So, folks, I just decided to run you through quickly, but this is the reception right here. I don't know if I can be allowed to go in there, but let me see.
Yeah, you can go.
Thank you. So I've been allowed to come in the reception. Look who's here, by the way. How are you, madam? Yeah. So this is the reception. They've got a few segments. There is one segment here, and then there is another one here. I don't know, but we'll come in here once the president comes here formally, so we can show you everything. But let's go back at the other end. So this place looks absolutely awesome. And for those of you who do not know, this place was rehabilitated by the EU and implemented by UNIDO. You know, UNIDO is the implementing arm of the UN, industrial organization. So they did the implementation for this project. So that was just an overview of what the infrastructure looks like. And then when you come outside here, there is the other portion here at the front. And this place is entirely solarized. They've got solar power on top of the zinc. So the president is now coming to cut the ribbon briefly. So let's stick around right here. What, man? You say you gotta live on that team. Yeah. So the president is here. He will go see the plaque before cutting the ribbon. So there it is. He pulls it down. So that's the plaque. There's the plaque on the wall. So he will now cut the ribbon. Sorry. Chief, sorry, please. Sir, can you? Yes, please. Thank you very much.
One aside. Keep moving. Why are you trying to get away?
There wasn't no president.
So folks, I think you heard it. I did tell you earlier, it's obvious we might not go in there. That's why I came earlier to show you, but while they're there, let me show you around. So you can still have a glimpse, at least from outside, so you know what the structure looks like. I mean, but it's quite a beautifully designed area. Extremely awesome. I don't know if you can see through the glass in there, but it says please keep this door closed always. No food or drinks in here permitted in here. So this is the chemistry lab. Obviously, you do not expect food coming into the chemistry lab, so it's obvious. Yes. But I'd say the president and the Minister of Commerce and other officials, the stakeholders, are all in there already. So we might have the chance to go in there once they're done. So let's hope we can go in there once they're done. But I can take you right here at this billboard right here. So right here, this is the testing department. Just have a look. This is the testing department. There's a whole lot that goes on here in the testing department. Have a look. Chemical analytical services, microbiological services. You know, they're into pesticide residues analysis, like the pets on crops and all of this. They're into fruits, vegetables, and agricultural products. Biotoxins examination, like they got mycotoxins, histamine, water and beverage testing. They're into water and beverage testing also. So for those into beverages or drinks, or food, they can test your food. You can come here, standardize them. Drinking, environmental, industrial, water, beverages testing. They're also into metallic contaminants, mercury, lead pitch, cadmium, arsenic or whatever. But you guys might be the engineers who understand, or the chemists who might understand some of these technologies. Food quality testing, they're also into that. Enumeration, detection of total and facial, coliforms, and you can name all of that. But basically, the underlying reason for the testing department is the testing department of the Liberia Standards Authority provides reliable and credible laboratory testing services that safeguard consumers, enhance trade, and also ensure that products meet Liberian and international standards.
That's who the hell I am.
All right. So. So the president is still in there. We're hoping we can have a chance to have a glimpse of the facility if they permit us. So while we await the president, so this place comprises of several laboratories, folks. We've been trying to show you some of them earlier. They have the certification marks. It's responsible for certification and so, but let me just take you right here quickly and show you. There are also places for. Sorry, 1 second. So this is called certification marks. So the certification marks are official quality assurance symbols issued by the Liberia Standards Authority, and they indicate that products, services, or organizations meet Liberia or international standards for safety, quality, and reliability. So as you can see here, they have the various batches. This is they're certified by LISA, so the Liberia Standards Authority. So this particular batch has a whole different design or code. It has green on it. So once this is for GAP, stands for our Good Agricultural Practices. So once your product is stamped or marked with this badge, it means you are in conformity with Good Agricultural Practices. And then there's another badge here that says ISO 901, which is Quality Management System, QMS. And as you can see right here, this one is purple. And once your product is marked purple, it means you are in conformity with Quality Management System. Same case with another one that's orange right here. It says Environmental Management System. So once you see this orange bar, it means a product is in conformity with Environmental Management System. It's another blue one right here also that has to do with goods manufacturing practices, product quality and safety, several of them. So these are some of the badges you will be seeing on products once the Standards Authority certify them. So the president have seen basically the major portion of the structure, so he's headed towards other locations or probably making his way out, I guess. But again, we'd like to say thanks for watching. We're going to go in there and see. Let's try our possible best to see if we can go in there. But let's see what other end of the structure the president is headed to. How are you, sir? Alright folks, so it appears the president is departing now. So basically we're going to run right back there. Let's see, can we go do that now? Let's see if we can go make our way in there. Is there anyone we can talk to who could just guide us through the structure? Like a tour guide or something. But let's go right back and see if we can be given access to the facility. Let's try. Madame the Press. So they have scientists all here. Those are some of the lab technicians all dressed up in their lab coats. But this is a restricted area, and I guess you can't go in there without PPEs. I'm seeing the folks wearing their PPEs and all of that. How are you, sir? Okay, so they're going to go in there. I don't know if we can be allowed in there. If cameras are allowed. I see a lot of restrictions all over the place, so probably we are not allowed in there. So I'm just trying to see if I could go in there so you can have a glimpse, guys. I really want to do this for you guys. I really want to do this for you guys. These are the lab technicians. These are the lab technicians. Yeah, sure, definitely. I don't know if I can be allowed access. I don't know who. Madam.
Thank you so much.
How are you, ma'am? I'm from national television. Can you allow me access?
Yes, we allow you access, but you're not settled down.
Okay. All right, thank you. So they've agreed to allow me access, guys. So, but they want me to allow them settle down. But you're still seeing officials coming from in there, removing their lab coats and PPEs after having a glimpse of the facility. So, for those of you watching, please stick and stay in there so I can show you what the place looks like, at least so you have a glimpse of it. But this facility looks absolutely awesome. Funded by the EU, implemented by UNIDO, and this is going to be the Liberia Standards Authority. This place was established sometime 2022, precisely. If correct me if I'm wrong, but yes, in fact, 2022 is right, and it was established at the time as a semi-autonomous body, a semi-autonomous statutory body, precisely, and it actually has a mandate to lead national efforts in standardization, like I've been stressing from the onset. And then also conformity assessment and metrology. So these are some of the major roles of the national standard testing. Authority. The role basically is central to building a credible food control system in a way that will safeguard public health while establishing businesses and compete regionally and internationally. Let's wait around, guys. Let's wait around. We're hoping we can make our way in there. I should be heading to the mansion briefly once this is done, because on yesterday, President Boakai received letters of credence from ambassadors accredited to the country. And I think 4 of them precisely. We had the ambassador from DR Congo, the ambassador from Venezuela, the ambassador from Indonesia, and then I think Slovakia precisely. So today I have not gotten the details as to those new ambassadors that will be presenting their letters of credence to the president. I've not gotten the details yet, but I've been told the other ambassadors I will be presenting letters. So while we're waiting for access to go in there, I was trying to show you some of the batches that the folks have here, and they have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of them, 8 batches, and all of these batches represent the various standards and the various standards and assurance you have to meet, quality assurance symbols. So these are the official quality assurance symbols, and then they will be the ones that will be issued by the Liberia Standards Authority. Based on the kind of product you're into, probably beverages, food, all of these badges will be the ones that will be probably stamped or printed on your product to acknowledge standard that it has reached the standards. And so this is just focused on enhancing national trade, health, safety through quality infrastructure. Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
So this is the microbiology lab.
1 second, let me put a mic on you since you are helping me with the details. Awesome. So folks, we fortunately got someone to walk us through, who will introduce herself, then we'll move on. Kindly.
I'm Kona Oka-Reese from the testing department, and the microbiologist is one of the unit of the food testing lab. Okay. So this is the microbiology lab. Yes, so we're going to drill you through.
Thank you very much.
So this room is the GMO lab. So he's my...
Yes, you can come in.
He's the coordinator for the full microbiology lab. Okay. And I'm the head of the testing department. Sure. So this is the GMO lab. Okay. He's going to help me during the briefing. So this is the GMO lab. Mm-hmm. The GMO means genetically modified organism. Okay. So there are food that take longer time to grow. So because of the increase of populations, so they decided to modify the seeds so that the food will no longer take a longer time to bear or grow. If a food's supposed to take like 6 months, if they modify the seeds, the food will take like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then it's right for consumption. So because of that, what they are modifying the food with or the seeds with, it should be at an acceptable limit. So we're checking the food, whether it is safe, whether it's at that limit that is safe for consumption. So this is a lab we use to check that particular.
Globally, people are, for the lack of a better term, are resisting GMO processed food and all of that. Are you going to ensure that these standards meet healthy standards for Liberians?
Yes, because all of the standards we use here, we adopted them from ISO, AOC. Those are different kind of standards organization. So those are the standards that we are using here. So we do your test and then we put it against the international standard, compare it with the international standard, what is accepted internationally that it is safe for consumption.
Okay. You want to show us some of the equipment? Can we access them?
Yeah.
Just to show how they work, what they're responsible for.
So should we go in here? Because you have to tour all of the labs. So that will just take you where they are demonstrating so you will see.
Thank you. So you want to go a little closer to him so you
can I just want.
Thank you very much.
All right, so this is the microbiology section of the lab where we came from a GMO. So here we have incubation room. So when we do the test in there, we have to bring the plate here for us to be able to grow those bacteria, for us to be able to see them with our physical eye. So we have all of those equipment. So we have this incubator. This is incubator. All right. So the incubator is for E. coli, Salmonella, Staphylococcus, Bacillus, because they grow at a certain temperature. So the incubator will regulate a temperature for us to be able to grow them. So all of those incubators are set temperature. This one is 37, this one is 30, this one is 22. As we may know that bacteria have their own environment to grow. If you don't give them the rightful temperature, you won't have a growth. And if we don't have a growth, we won't have a result for our tests that we do.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You only grow bacteria, you have an incubator where you grow something like fungi, because fungi may also contaminate the food.
All right, so that is yeast and mold that you are talking about.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
food spotting, yeah.
So we do it.
We'll do it. So here is media preparation, but not radio.
So it's not a journalist kind of media.
It's not a general kind of media. It's science media. So when we say media, is the nutrient that we use to grow the bacteria. For example, if you bring a beer bottle for the test, we'll not just take the beer bottle, we put it in play, we set it there. We have to use the nutrient so that if anything is in the beer, we'll have a growth. It helps the organism to grow faster so that we'll be able to see them.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is full lab.
Sure, no problem. I can stay out, or you hold this for me while he goes in there and then does the demonstration. So yeah, the two of you can go ahead. Say hello out.
Yeah, this is full lab. So it will receive a sample. We'll bring it right here. As you can see, we have donor, we have gari, we have plantain chips, we have shell chips, we have rice, we have flour. These are samples that we receive, and we are doing the analysis. And this is our analysis on the bench.
Thank you.
Any other question? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Yeah, sure. So, yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So, guys, we're going to head at the next location. So, I guess this time we'll go into the chemistry laboratory. So, I'm going to follow her.
It's one of the components of the testing department. So this is a full chemistry lab. The protocol here is not as the protocol down there, so you can enter. Yes, because down there we try to get rid of cross contamination. We don't want to give any false results. We see it's the food, what about other people moving about, causing the bacteria. So this is the sample preparation. In here we prepare all of the sample, because in chemistry you won't just take rice and run all of the analysis on the rice, like heavy metals like arsenic, like lead, which is harmful for the body. So we can leave the rice as grains and take it to go do analysis. So we have to process it into smaller forms. So this room is set aside for that purpose. So this is the wet lab.
What's the Westlife for?
The Westlife is where we do all of the analysis. So we prepare the sample, then we take it here. So here we have so many equipment that we are using to analyze. We just have the name well lab because we do a whole lot of work here. It doesn't mean water is on the floor that you. So we. Nobody, other people, you have to explain.
This one is television.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, so basically just one.
Yes, so we use, this is a VAB analyzer, we use it for rice. So we check for the physical quality of the rice, for technical regulations, like we want to get to a point that our, farmers can export their rice, but it has to meet the quality because they have standards that it has to meet. So we check for whether it's pure, the chalkiness, whether it's red, yellow, black, whether it's damaged, because some of the rice, when you look at it, can be damaged. Yes. So we check for the purity of it, the quality of it. This is what the machine is for. We also have some other equipments there. That one, the oven there will do moisture. Yeah, let me come on this side. Yes. Thank you. So much for you.
Okay.
Madam Pauline.
Yeah, I'm Pauline.
Thank you.
So this is the oven we use to test moisture, the amount of water contained in the sample, especially rice. The higher the water, it affects the last pair of the sample. So we test for the water content in the sample. We use the oven because the water shouldn't be high in the sample because it can affect the last pair of the sample. So that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this is our Ebola meter. We are calculating the alcohol percent in this.
Are you calculating the percentage of alcohol in the Morovia Club beer?
Yes. So not only in that, we do it in other beverages that come with alcoholic contents. So there's a claim on it. Mostly you will have 5%, 10%, or whatever the claim on it. So we want to verify actually that what you claim is actually what it is.
Okay, yes.
So
some people say it's 30%, 10%.
Yes.
You want to make sure it's okay.
Yes.
It's right.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what we do here.
So will you also be setting standards for beverages like this, the percentage to meet health safety protocols?
We have our standards department here. Yes. So they can work with that. Yeah. We are just in the lab to test against the standards.
Okay,
yeah.
Once you certify, for example, once you require to renew a certification on a yellow basis or maybe
Yes, we're doing on the side. This is the pH meter. So we do pH in usually liquid products and beverages. So we usually do the pH to try to determine the shelf life of the drinks. So for things like beverages, sometimes they add acidic component into the drink to make the shelf life to last longer, and also it helps to prevent things like microbial growth. So something that has low pH, you see that it will be very difficult for microorganisms to grow in such a drink. So we use this pH meter by projecting a probe into the drink, and then the pH will be displayed here to see the pH of the drink. And then this one is the conductivity meter. Using same method, projecting this into the conductivity method. This one is usually just showing how capable is this liquid to conduct electricity. So for something like water, you are supposed to be drinking water that it shouldn't be so strong in conducting electricity. So if you conduct conductivity on this test, on this water or on any drink, it should not have a very high conductivity because that means it's too potent to conduct electricity. So it should usually be lower. That's how we do the regulation of drinks.
Thank you so very much.
Talk about pH. What is pH?
So pH is usually just measuring the acidity or the basic of a drink or food component. Yes, so the lower the acidity is, the lesser the ability of microorganisms. It also helps to extend the shelf life of the food or drink.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
You might want to help me with that.
Coordinator.
We'll join the coordinator who will introduce himself and then we will run up through. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Plasen Zeplaka and I'm the coordinator of the Food Chemistry Lab.
Just a brief summary of what you do here.
So here we have a lot of analysis that we do, specifically food samples. And it cut across rice, it cut across oil, palm oil, even cut across the plantain chips you can eat outside there, the gari, and several other products. So we have labs that are dedicated for specialized analysis. Three of the labs that we're working on currently are the histamine mycotoxin lab, and then we also have the pesticide residue, we have the AAS lab. So, but for the general food and drinks lab, as they have explained to you, we have a moisture content that we do, which determines the probability of microbial growth on the product. If you have a rice and you expose it to rain, over time, when the water content increases, there's a chance that you have microorganisms growing. That is what we don't want. So our job is to check in the rice and be sure that the water content meets the safety limit. Yes, a standard. And definitely we can have it sent out as a result.
Someone is interested to know what were you using or some of the equipment you were using or how were you managing your laboratories prior to it being renovated, and upgraded to what they are currently. And also I want to know how essential are these new equipment and how they will contribute to your job.
So one of the equipment we have, you can just come. This new equipment is called AES. This one is particularly for metallic contaminant. That includes lead, it includes cadmium, it includes mercury, and several other metals. Now, these are very toxic. They are trace because a very small quantity can cause fatal situation. It can lead to death, in fact. Like lead has the ability of affecting the IQ, even of children, has low IQ. So imagine if we have a lead in food samples are higher than the safety level, that's going to be a very terrible thing for the entire nation. So that's why this equipment is very dedicated, very specialized. It's going to test the lead content in the food samples, and then we'll compare that result with the international standards. If it meets the safety level, obviously it's a check. Otherwise, we'll still report the result. There are other labs that we need to set up. Okay. And then those ones are mycotoxin and histamine. So histamine particularly, fish samples, when they are left on frozen for a period of time, there is a natural tendency that histamine can grow due to microbial activities. Histamine can accumulate, and that is very dangerous to human consumption. So even if we are supposed to export a fish sample, a whole consignment of fish, it's very important that we check the histamine level to be sure that the country that is receiving the fish sample will not reject it. So if you spend over $2 million worth of goods that you're supposed to send, and definitely you cannot be able to allow your goods cannot be accepted, it's a huge loss.
So with the presence of all of this equipment and the rehabilitation of this facility, can exporters be guaranteed, of the availability of bringing their products or ensuring that you can have them meet international standards?
Yeah.
You care to respond to that? Sure.
Firstly, we would like to say we have analysts and coordinators that were trained by UNIDO. They were taken to Ghana, so they have the expertise. And then 2, the equipment we work with, they are all calibrated.
Sure.
We calibrate our equipment on an annual basis. So, and then 2, we do have an audit team that do come to audit or to see what we are doing. We stay conforming to standards. So once those that are exporting that product come in and they see that our equipment being calibrated, definitely we are going to give them. Yes.
It was nice talking to you guys. Thanks you precisely for bringing me out here. My video would not have been okay if I currently have to speak. You guys are live on TV. and I appreciate your effort. Thank you so very much.
Thank
you.
You
didn't say what your name was. I think you said that earlier.
My name is Kona Reese.
Okay, you are
the head of the testing department.
okay.
So the testing department comprises of 2 units, the microbiology and the chemistry lab.
Okay.
So thank
Madam Reese. I'm Anthony Williams, by the way. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Okay. So you might want to just pin it right on there. Perfect. Thank you, eh? All right, folks. So I guess we've gotten sufficient information and details. Thank you, guys. So we're going to make our way out now, and we're leaving the food chemistry lab already. We visited previously the other lab there, but come to think of it, we cannot visit everywhere because we've been told that some of the facilities are still being worked on. So we're going to make our way out now. I'm going to run and head at the executive mansion where I'm being told President Boakai is expected to receive letters of credence. So thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now. Just a final glimpse of what the facility looks like as I walk out. Thank you.
Hey, gentlemen.